Welcome back to the Mountain Man Medical YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out. Today we're going to take a look at the Tracker. This is the latest kit that Mountain Man Medical has released. It's got some good items in it. It's designed for the outdoors. Hang out. Let's talk about that next. All right, guys, so this is going to be a review of the Tracker. This is one of the two kits that we just released a little while ago, designed for the outdoors. This one is designed to be worn on your person or to be carried in your bag where you can get to it quickly. And then we have the Base Camp, which is a larger kit. And that one is designed to be at your base camp so that you have additional medical gear to take care of somebody who needs it. But the Tracker is what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to go through some of the contents in here and talk a little bit about why they're in there and some options for what to carry if you would rather change some of the items up. So the Tracker is a hunting IFAK kit. Most of the time when I go out with people, they don't carry any medical gear on them at all. I don't think that that's a good idea. When you're out in the woods, you're a long ways away from medical help. You're going to be a long distance away from the hospital, and it's going to take a long time for EMTs and paramedics to come in and pick you up and keep you stabilized. So having your own trauma kit on you to take care of you or your hunting partner or somebody in your group is going to be pretty important. I'd recommend that everybody in your group have at least one of these on their body or in their bag, if at all possible. So that way you're not using up all of your important gear to take care of them. In case you get hurt, you might need your own gear. So it's important for you to be using their gear on them. If everybody has their own IFAK, then it makes it easier to take care of everybody. And especially if there's multiple injuries, multiple wounds, you have enough stuff to take care of that. So I designed this kit to be used in the outdoors, primarily for hunting, but this is a fantastic kit for anything that you're doing outdoors where you're a long distance away from help and you want to cut down on the amount of weight and size of the kit that you're carrying. In an ideal situation, you would have everything that you need to take care of somebody in a bad situation, but you have limitations when you're out there in the woods. You don't want to be carrying massive amounts of medical equipment just on the off chance that somebody gets hurt, but you don't want to go out there with nothing, right? You want to have some things in order to take care of some massive bleeding and keep yourself alive until help can get there and get you to the hospital. So that's why you need to have some bleeding control items and some other essential things that'll help to keep that person alive, maybe yourself, until help can get there. The kit's nice and small. It'll fit on your belt or in your bag, wherever you decide to carry it. On your belt is one of the best places, so that way if you lose your bag at rolling down a mountainside or something like that, you still have this attached to you and you can take care of yourself. So nice small size, you can wear it on your belt. On the outside, I like to have some identifying patches so that if you go down, you're unconscious and someone is running up to take care of you, they see this on your belt, they can get into that and know that there's medical equipment in there and potentially save your life with it. So making sure that it's easily identifiable is pretty important. So hook and loop on the outside for your patches is going to be pretty important. There's a nice little pocket on the outside here where you can store extra things. I like to put Band-Aids in there or something like that. Because the Band-Aids are something that I'm going to use all the time, and maybe I don't want to be unzipping this every time I need to get myself a Band-Aid. So a little pocket on the outside for additional items if you need it. Here I've got the trauma shears set up so that they're easy to access. This might not be a great place for it if you're going to put it on your belt. So you might not be able to get to the trauma shears, but if it's going to go in your bag, I think that this is a really good place for your trauma shears. Just tie a little, thread the loop through the shears handle, and then it'll secure pretty nicely there. So the trauma shears, of course, very important out in the woods. Multi-use item. You can get eyes on the wound, but also use it to open up snacks and whatever else that you might need it for. Just make sure you always put it back so that it's right there and easy to get a hold of when you need it the most. They're really lightweight. They're not going to take up a whole lot of extra room. I like to have them, but feel free to change that up if that's something that you want to. There's a nice little grab handle here on the Tracker bag. That way, if you do put this into your kit and you reach in, you can grab it and yank it out and then carry it to wherever you need to go. So nice little grab handle is nice to have. On the back, we've got Molly and the straps for all of that. You know what Molly's for, right? It's to hook things onto other things. This bag onto your belt or your own backpack. So Molly, important, nice to have. The zippers are nice. I made sure to spring for the expensive zippers so that they work. The zippers are usually the first things that fail on any bag that I've ever used out in the field. So having good zippers is always important for me. Making sure that you can get in and out of your kit when you need to is, you know, that's a pretty important thing. On the inside, we're going to talk about the Quick Clot, and this is the rolled Quick Clot. This is the civilian version. This is not a lot of gauze. If you have a huge wound, then you're going to need more gauze. You can make your own gauze out in the field. Just cut up a t-shirt or something like that. But this is impregnated with a hemostatic agent, which is just a fancy word for it makes the blood clot quicker. And this is a great item to have. But if you don't have it, say you just don't have the kind of money that you need to put out for this, because this can get kind of expensive after a little bit, then you can just use regular gauze. Crinkle folded gauze, we've got that on our mountainmanmedical.com website. It works very well for wound packing. You're just not going to have the added benefit of the hemostatic agent in the Quick Clot. Not a huge deal. You can still save somebody's life with normal gauze, but this is just nice to have because it makes it more effective. Then back behind there, we've got our Swat Tea, and I'm sure if you watched any of the videos on my channel, you know I'm a fanboy for the Swat Tea. It's a fantastic product. It's not the best tourniquet on the market for self-application, or even the best tourniquet for application to somebody else. I would prefer to use the cat tourniquet or the Soft Tea Wide. Those are fantastic tourniquets that I've used in combat, and I think they work very, very well. The problem is they don't pack very well, and they're only usable for massive bleeding on your extremities, right? Your arms and your legs. So it's nice to have the Swat Tea because this is usable not only on your arms and legs, but on your junctional wounds and anywhere else that you might need a pressure dressing or a chest seal or whatever else that you can think of to use for it. It's a great multi-use item. It packs really light and easy so that you can carry it. But if that's not your choice for go-to for a tourniquet, which is completely understandable, I totally get that. If that's not something you're comfortable with, then I would spring for putting in a cat tourniquet into this kit. And the cat tourniquet will fit. It won't fit quite as well as the Swat Tea. Obviously, the Swat Tea is very packable, and the cat tourniquet is not so packable, but it will fit in this kit if it's something that you want to carry on you. So I recommend if you do carry this, go ahead and leave your Swat Tea in the kit just so that you have that added benefit of extra medical equipment for every injury that you're going to encounter. So if you need an additional tourniquet, you've got that in there and ready to go. Or maybe you need one tourniquet and a pressure dressing, the Swat Tea is able to fill that role as well. So you have a cat tourniquet and a Swat Tea. By having the cat tourniquet and the Swat Tea in your kit at the same time, you're expanding the usefulness of that kit, and that helps for redundancy, so that if you run out of one item, you've got another item that can take over and fill that role. So Swat Tea is a fantastic item, but if you don't like it, feel free to switch it out for the cat. No problem with me. The next item in here is going to be your gloves. I like to have at least one pair in there in case I'm taking care of somebody that I'm not familiar with. Sometimes you might be coming up on somebody on the trail who's been injured. You don't know what kind of diseases they might have. It's nice to be able to have a pair of gloves to be able to take care of them. And then you also can use these gloves for other types of improvised medical equipment if you need it. So having at least one pair in there is nice. Kind of depends on what you want. It doesn't add a whole lot of extra weight or bulk, so I like to have them in there just in case. Next item is going to be a little roll of gauze, and this is a small roll of gauze. This isn't going to be that useful for packing big wounds, but this will be nice for taking care of smaller, minor wounds that you might not be able to take care of with maybe a Band-Aid or something like that. So a little bit of gauze extra in the kit just in case you need it. Back behind there, we've got some duct tape, and this is flat folded. And duct tape is one of those things that you cannot improvise out in the field. You just need to carry duct tape. It's useful for so many different things, but especially in a medical situation, you might need this to tape down a chest seal, or to tie down some splints, or to wrap an injury or something like that. So having some duct tape on you or in your trauma kit is really important. A lot of time people will take duct tape and they'll wrap a couple of loops around a water bottle or something like that, just so that they have extra duct tape on hand. But if you want some to carry in your trauma kit, I like to use the flat folded ones. It just fits in there nice and neat and snug, and you have it when you need it. And the last item on the list is going to be an emergency blanket. And this is important for keeping your casualty warm. If your casualty becomes hypothermic because they're getting too cold, then it will start a cascading effect, which will cause the casualty to expire more quickly. So we want to make sure that we're always keeping our casualties warm. Now, this survival blanket is pretty small. It's not a big survival blanket. This isn't going to do a ton for you, but it's definitely better than nothing. You want to make sure that you're getting that casualty next to a fire, into the cab of a truck, or to pile on more coats and blankets and that kind of stuff to keep the casualty warm. But if you can't do any of that, or until you can do that, you can use an emergency survival blanket to kind of help the casualty from becoming hypothermic. So that's an important thing, especially when you're out in the woods. Anybody that's in a massive trauma situation, they're going to have a reduced ability to maintain their own temperature. So we want to make sure that we're helping them with that. An emergency blanket's a great way to do that. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. This is the tracker kit. This is the hunting IFAK. It's usable in pretty much any situation outdoors where you are limited on space and weight. This is designed to have the most essential items that you're going to need to take care of yourself in a bad situation. I've been posting a lot of videos on hunting injuries and that kind of thing. And in my opinion, of course, I'm going to have this opinion, but in my opinion, I think that those hunting injuries would have not been nearly so severe if they had had a trauma kit on them and could take care of themselves with just some minor skills and equipment. So if this is something that you're interested in, head over to our mountainmanmedical.com website and check out our tracker and base camp trauma kits and be ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe. That's a free way to support my channel. Helps me to keep these videos coming out to you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.